So after months of waiting and waiting and waiting for things to happen in the Doctor Who space, things are really starting to pick up because now they've given us the theme for the new era. And yeah, that's I just love it. We're finally getting some content, and next month, I'm just... It's going to be my life. Like, Doctor Who is already kind of my personality, and now it's just going to become, like, irritating. Like, people who know me in real life, I'm sorry, I'm going to become even more obnoxious and irritating. Now, people have really shared their thoughts on this new theme, but I want to go one step further than that. Not only am I going to share my thoughts on the new theme, but I am going to share my thoughts on all of the modern themes, to which I've counted 7 of them. Look, there might be, I don't really know, there might be some minor changes, but these are the ones where, like, it majorly changes the theme.
And also, yes, I'm going to preface, this is not the title sequence, so like in terms of like visuals, I'm not going to be counting the visuals because let's face it, when we get the new visuals, I can make a separate video out of that. This is just the music. There's 7 candidates, let's rank them.
Now at number 7 is 100% going to be the second Matt Smith one. It's just not memorable at all. In the slightest. Look, this theme is bland. It's easily the most forgettable. Like, I start watching Series 7B and go, oh god, I have to sit there and watch 7B. And then the titles come up and I go, oh god, they changed the first Matt Smith titles and the music is just horrendous. They also do this weird little thing where for like 5 seconds, like the Doctor Who logo appears. You're thinking, oh, yep, I know what show I'm watching now. And then like the music does this like electricity thing for like 5 whole seconds and just annoys me. Just let me listen to a good Doctor Who tune, please. Oh, I can't. Everything about 7B, Series 7B, I hate it. Oh, are we ready for some controversy? Look, if I'm going to try and take all nostalgia and bias out of this, the 2005 theme is one of the worst ones. Look, by no means is this theme bad. It's fine. It's completely fine. The problem is, it's middle of the road and pretty damn dull. Look, other themes do something cool or interesting, or at least sound good. This one, it's iconic, but I've got to kind of take my nostalgia brain away from this. As a piece of music, it's just not particularly interesting or good. Oh, it's good. It's passable. It's passable, but passable only gets you 6th on the Nerdy Brit list. At this point, I have 2 public service announcements. The top 5 here I do really enjoy. I think all of these I'd actively describe as ones I really genuinely enjoy.
Also, like, public service announcement 1.5, not sure why I'm spelling it out there. I don't know if I think I forgot to mention, but I'm not doing classic ones here. But if you want me to rank those in when I do all of the title sequences, let me know, because I can always add those in, because I also quite like those ones and have opinions on them and want to talk about them. Speaking of that, if you want to see that video, public service announcement 2, subscribe! Do that! Yes, doing a call to action in a public service style thing doesn't really work. On with number 5.
Which is going to be the first Matt Smith theme. I know, I didn't think I was going to hate on Matt Smith that much. But honestly, it's just because I enjoy the ones above more. Look, these next 2 are more because they're a bit... They don't really go for anything extreme. They're just fantastic versions of the Doctor Who theme that I know and really like. It's weird how, like, I guess, you associate these things by, watching these themes with their specific episodes. But the 11th Doctor, like, opening titles really fit with him. It's fun and mischievous, and there's a little bit of darkness in there, but it's fun, and I like it, if it's a little bit pedestrian. Next up, at number 4, we're going to go with Peter Capaldi's theme. Now again, with Peter Capaldi's theme, is it, like, breaking any boundaries? No. But I think the reason why it's a bit higher for me is because it does something a little bit different. You know, it changes up the music, you know, starting with Series 8, you're like, oh, we've had 7 series with quite similar music, and you know, it does something, it twists things up a little bit. Plus just the end section, like, I think, you know, the plonky section, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, is quite easy, like, it's quite hard, in fact, to mess the da-da-da-das up. You know, it's when you get to the that you've really, you know, got to try and, like, put some, like, something different, a little bit of pizzazz in there. Am I the person who should be talking about musical cleverness? Because I have not shown it in this video. But, yeah, I think Peter Capaldi does something a little bit more different and interesting, whilst not, like, standing out as, like, a, oh my god, it blows my mind theme, which is what these next ones do. At number 3, we have the new theme. Let's finally talk about it. Because, yeah, some people have been a bit down on this theme and a bit negative, and I think they are really, really boring. Like, come on, it's something new. Just give it some love, for God's sake. Now, as you'll find out by another pick on this list, I absolutely love an epic Doctor Who theme. Like, I think, you know, you watch a cold open, then you get, like, a big, loud, unapologetic, epic Doctor Who theme, and then you're like, I'm in for the best episode of television of my life. Not just Doctor Who, but television of my life. And that's what this theme does to me. It's big, it's loud, it's unapologetic, and yeah, I feel like it's going to really amp people up for this amazing new era, and yeah, I love this theme. Also, weirdly, so people have been, like, comparing it to, like, the end of Tens into Smiths, apart from the fact that all of these themes share the same chord progression. I hear that as a term that clever musical people throw around, so I'm going to try and use it and I hope that was a good context. Like, you know, it's always the same doodle-a-doodle-a-ooey-oo stuff, but I don't see the specific similarities, well, a little bit to the end of 10-1. But the big similarity, weirdly, and go with me on this, re-listen to the TV movie theme and then listen to the very new theme. I honestly feel like it's a more modernised, it's weird to say modernised with the TV movie, because that isn't, like, that wasn't, like, years and years ago, but, like, the TV movie theme feels like you've then modernised it, and you've got the new theme, and it's epic, and it's cool, and I love it. It's only, like, it's probably lower down than it will become when we get, like, a more, like, official version. Obviously, this was, like, a live played version, and it felt a little teensy bit messy. So, and which is a valid complaint people have, but it's, you know, it's live music. Hopefully, like, the real official version will feel a little bit more clean. Hopefully, the music will have had a shower. I said the word clean and therefore decided to make a shower joke because that's the comedy you get on this channel at this point. At number 2, and this is going to surprise some people, this really is, but I am going to go with the 13th Doctor's theme. Now, honestly, there's not tons of things that I'm absolutely buzzing about in Jodie's era, and honestly, if this was title sequence as a whole, yeah, this would get knocked down a few places, because my god, I hate those visuals. But if you're talking about just music, I love it. It's different. It's not going for some middle-of-the-road thing, but also, it's really dark and twisted and weird, and it's something... It really feels like something Doctor Who had never done before up until that point, and it kind of like really fit with like bits of Jodie, and it was just cool. Like, I can't pretend like I've got this big analytical speech about why this new theme was fantastic, but it feels like they went into it with an idea that was new, different, still felt true to Doctor Who, and was really fucking cool, and they did it, and I love it. But number 1, and if this isn't your number 1, I don't get you. I do not understand you whatsoever, because it has to be the second half. Like, I think it starts in Voyage of the Damned and goes through the entirety of Tennant's run. Like, some people, I talk to them, and they haven't computed the fact that the music's changed. And it has, and it is I love it. It's just so good. It's fun. It's epic. It's brilliant. It's so Doctor Who, and yet, like, that epicness, like, for me, I just associate that theme with, like, I know I'm not supposed to include visuals here, but I kind of associate it a lot with the music. Like, you get the theme, and you get to Stolen Earth, and you see David Tennant, Catherine Tate, Billie Piper, John Barrowman, Elizabeth Sladen, Freema Agyeman, and you're like, this cast is stacked! This episode is gonna be fucking huge! And I love it! And it's brilliant, and it's epic, and if this isn't your favourite, what are you? Seriously, I'm asking the question, me to you, what are you? Why are you? Get your life together. Sorry, that was a bit mean and condescending. Your life is probably fine, but it could be better if you appreciated the David Tennant theme Part 2. Even though I feel like it's more like, I feel like the first one's more like the Christopher Eccleston one, because that was, you know, his whole era, and then, to be fair, I guess it was mused for, like, most of David's as well. But that Series 4 theme is just so good. I'm a nerd, please let me get away with this. It's what I do. That is the end of this video. Please drop a comment below and tell me what your favourite Doctor Who music theme is. If you want me to rank some, like, because I have, you know, I also love some of, like, the other, like, soundtracky bits. So if you want, you know, maybe a top 5 Doctor Who soundtracks. You know what I mean. I'm just waffling. Also subscribe if you want more class videos. Drop your video ideas in the comments, and if you want to see a new video, click it here. I've just kind of realised I don't need too much editing in this video, because I kind of just, like, spieled. Like, more than usual, where there will just be, like, clips, just me just talking for, like, a minute straight. I'm sorry. If this wasn't your kind of video, still subscribe and still click this video, because this one might be your video. So go bloody click it!